Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, because this is not our usual setting. We're so used to somewhere until, suddenly it goes live. We kind of like, hey, what's happening? Anyway, hi, everybody. First of all, happy International Women's Day. So today, I'm so glad to be here together with Jeanette and, Annabelle. You are here to celebrate everything about you, about us. Okay, so and more importantly, we will also love to hear your stories. Okay, so stay tuned and we'll be right back. Yep. Hello, welcome back. I'm Stephanie, and yeah,
I'm Annabelle. Sorry, I just cut you off. I'm Annabelle.
I'm Jeanette in China, right? Actually, today is Sampa 女神节快乐!
all right.
Wow.
Yay. Shout out to all the beautiful ladies out there. Yes, happy International Women's Day. So today, thank you so much to Annabelle. We are, seated in her lovely place. And then, as you can see, we have wine, we have the beautiful flowers that she said that it was a gift from dear Oppa. Very nice.
Valentine's Day gift.
So we are actually here celebrating, of course, International Women's Day together. And I especially prepared wine. There's a special reason. Okay, because later we drink, I need you all to 透露你们的真感情啊
Oh my
everything
goodness.
you say. So that's the purpose of the wine. It's not to just,
how much
yeah.
you drink?
It's not that all, okay? Yeah, and actually, yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Actually I'm actually looking at my notes and I'm not seeing the Facebook itself, but thank you so much for joining us. And besides really celebrating International Women's Day today, we are here actually more importantly to celebrate another special lady. Yes, and yes, that special lady is, shall we introduce the special lady?
Yes, the special lady is Stella. Sleeping already, Stella. That's why it's the photo.
Yeah,
You have
because
to
okay,
hold.
now we are in this space, so we're trying our best to show who is our dear Stella. Obviously, this is our beautiful Stella here, and okay, Stella is it's not my baby, it's
It's my baby.
And today is Annabelle. Okay, today is 3八妇女节, 8th of March, and it happened to be also Stella's birthday.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Stella!
Happy birthday, Stella!
Yeah, we definitely want to talk more about this. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I'll pass Stella back to mommy.
I have to hold very long.
yeah. So, happy birthday to Stella. So that's why we decided that, hey, we should come over and celebrate birthday together with Stella. But unfortunately, Stella is very well behaved. She actually sleep very early because she knows that we are going to do the live streaming.
She always sleep early.
So, actually, of course, I think our cameraman is doing a good job now. If they actually pan out a bit wider, I was telling Annabelle, let's, keep this as real as possible. You'll be able to see me, for example, oh no, the diapers are all behind me just now. I think the father was trying very hard to keep everything, but this is as real as it can get. Yeah, okay, now the camera shifting into the diaper and everything.
Obviously, there's a very young kid in
Yeah. Okay, so we are so happy to be here. I think it's really a beautiful occasion. So nice to be able to celebrate International Women's Day together with Stella and her birthday as well. So I think at this point of time we should just start drinking and cheers to Stella also. How about that? Yeah. Yay! And I think we want to give a toast to all the beautiful ladies out there. Happy International Women's Day!
Yay! Happy birthday, Stella. Until you're 18, you cannot drinks.
Okay. Oh, is that the thing? Because I was telling them just now, right? We should say something to Stella on video so that she will play back. And then she will be able to see like, wow, it's so heartwarming. But then the mom immediately say what? You cannot drink until you Okay, so mommy, you want to start or you let the auntie say something to Stella first?
Aiyo, if mommy say first, okay lah. Mommy will just say, please be good. Don't give me a hard time.
Okay. I want to. Okay, then I will go next. Yeah, I'm sure mommy already, was sharing a lot with Stella maybe today the whole afternoon. So let the auntie say a little bit more to our dear Stella. Okay, so Stella, it's really nice meeting you. I think time really flies because it seems like only yesterday that I got to know your mom. She was still a very happy single lady.
Single.
Oops, I'm not saying that she's not happy now, but really time flies, and now I saw Annabelle going through her dating phase, and then pregnant with Stella, and before we know it, Stella is celebrating her 1 year old. So happy first birthday, Stella. I know you're going to grow up to be a fine young lady because you have really very loving family, Opa Yong Sok, and of course, amazing mom Annabelle here. So we are going to hear a lot more stories. But today is your day as well. So happy birthday, Stella!
Happy birthday!
不要坏蛋哦，保护我啊。
Please don't give me hard
Auntie
time.
Janet, what about you?
Okay, it's my turn. Happy birthday, Stella. So you must listen to your daddy and mommy, okay?
The naggy. Oh no.
Okay. Most important, next time when you got boyfriend or you're dating, must tell your mommy, okay? She will tell you.
I think
she'll
the
share
daddy will
you.
explode.
The daddy say you must tell him also. So you must tell your daddy or mommy next time if you got boyfriend, okay, or you're dating. Okay, very important. They help you to see, is it the right guy? Okay, Stella? Stay healthy, okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie and Janet.
Yeah.
I'll make sure Stella watches this.
Yes. I thought, we better record something for her, right? Actually, we also want to be able to see our phone right now, and to be able to just say thank you to anyone who is really watching. Let's try to see who is online, and we want to say hello. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say happy birthday, Stella.
Yeah.
Also say happy birthday, Stella. Also. Oh, so I say just to have happy Women's Day, International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know? I know this is like alcohol, but do you know I haven't drank alcohol in a very long time.
Oops, okay, so you see,
2 years already.
Okay, that's why I understand. I know Annabelle very well. That's why I say come to her house, and then we will drink all the way. We'll ignore the husband Opa also. Let's drink our heart out and then we really chit chat tonight. Okay. So yes, once again, thank you for tuning in. Everybody. Yes. To everyone who is watching right now, happy International Women's Day. We are gathered here today. We are really celebrating all the women and appreciating the women in our life. Mom, sisters, colleagues, our neighbor, my children's, mom, my hairdresser, the auntie next door, everyone. Okay, so we really want to keep this conversation real. And nothing too how should I put it? Nothing too overwhelming. I thought it's really nice to be able to come together to share our stories, our journey, our aspiration. I think it's so important, I think, on this day to really have one another realize that it's very important that as women we are out there supporting each other. I think that is really what we hope to achieve. And but more importantly, we really hope to also be able to hear your stories as well as we chit chat. Later we'll also, so sorry we can't share the cake with you. Basically the birthday girl also cannot get to eat. She's sick already, so we'll be eating and drinking as we chat.
I need to also have a break also. We can enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. So I think maybe what I want to really ask is interesting because Annabelle, would you like to maybe just give a quick introduction? How about that? So yes, Annabelle.
Okay, like we all said earlier, my name is Annabelle. So I'm I have to think. I'm 35 this year. Sometimes as you get older, age is just a number already. Don't need to remember so hard.
Okay.
Yeah. And new mommy, so I've been a mommy for a year. And yeah, so I'm trying to get used to that. Yeah, and I'm teaching also, special needs teacher
Right,
in
right.
primary school.
Yeah. So definitely lots of stories and maybe like your journey experience that you can
Yes.
share, isn't it?
Yes.
To all out. How about okay? So interestingly, today, right, we are called 345. Yeah, it wasn't specially arranged, but somehow it happened that Annabelle, she's in her 30s, and let me maybe so we go by age,
Yeah.
Okay,
Then how about that? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we respect you as a senior host. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. I'm Stephanie. I'm in my late 40s. Okay, I have two teenage children, Ethan and Anne. My elder son is turning 19 this year, and in fact, he's seated right in front of us now, being one of the camera crew. I'm so glad to have him, with me. Yeah, kind of like being part of this. I hope he's really listening to what the Ayi and Jie all have to share. These are all the important women in our life. And my younger daughter Anne is turning 16 this year. So although I'm in my late 40s, I just want to share as a quick introduction that I think I've never felt better than now. In fact, I'm feeling so much. More energized, much fitter, much healthier, much better. I think I'm in a much better shape than I was in my 20s. I'm quite confident to say that. So I'm really so happy to be here with Jeanette and Annabelle and all of you ladies here. We want to, keep this conversation open, keep this conversation going, and really, really look forward to all the stories later on. Okay, now we our 年长
Hello everybody,
Yeah,
my
our
name
most-
is Janet. I'm 15, 15 this year. Can't tell, right?
Alright. Try harder.
Well, I'm a person, I feel that I'm strong in character.
Wow, alright.
I might look a bit gentle, but I
Yes.
guess that sometimes I can be tough.
Oh,
Maybe I can
yeah.
share with you all later. And then I'm a person who like to laugh and also sometimes cry. So later there might be some tissue paper needed. So we
very
can, so we
like that.
shall wait for our stories later.
Yes. So, okay, actually, I just have a quick question, right? And for you ladies, just to kickstart, right? Annabelle, you are in your 30s this year. Can you just maybe share with us, a woman in the 30s, how exactly are you feeling right now? I mean, celebrating International Women's Day today. Can you give us a little bit of a description in terms of feeling, good or bad or whatever? Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I think compared to last year and then to like today,
Yes.
last year I was not pregnant yet. No,
Oops.
pregnant already gave birth. I
Oops.
gave birth on
I'm so
this
sorry.
day.
The husband is right in front
I
of
was
us.
thinking 2 years
He looks
ago.
very unhappy now. Maybe later our live streaming will be shut down very fast.
You gave birth 1 year ago.
Sorry. Mommy,
Sorry.
memory
2 years
effects. Yeah.
ago. But I think compared to okay, so I need to readjust again.
Yeah.
Compared to last year and today, last year I think I was a little bit panicked. So today I feel like I can relax a bit. Now my baby's sleeping already, very good.
Yeah, very good. Well done,
But
Stella.
yeah, this 1 year, I think it's a bit tough. Trying to find the balance between being a new mom and then working, having a social life. So I'm very happy this is happening today.
Right.
Okay, because I'm happy you all came.
Ooh, finally.
Because my social life needs a bit of improvement.
Yes. I can feel from your voice and your gesture. Yeah, so this is exactly how Annabelle is really celebrating International
excited.
Women's Day. She hasn't had friends coming over and drinking with her for a long time.
Drinking, I haven't the drinking part.
Okay, so that is the important thing, yeah. Okay, so I think we'll go by age group again, obviously, Jeanette. Yeah, so for myself, like I shared, I'm in my 40s, right? So if you to ask me how exactly do I feel at this stage, and then today celebrating, I think it's a mixed feeling, really. I think I want to say that in the early 20s, in the early 30s, if we are to, if you are to ask me, oh wow, happy International Day, how are you feeling today? I'll be like, the typical gung ho, trying to say that, wow, feeling great, hoping to achieve more in my career and things like that. But I must say that now that I'm in my 40s, of course I'm excited about what is to come. But also I think there's this very heavy sense of feeling as well. I must say, really a little bit of fear. A little bit of a heavy responsibility. Why do I say that? And I hope that if there's any woman out there who belongs to the same age group as me in the 40s and also mommy, my realization is really because I have the two teenage children. They are no longer young. I mean, in fact, before I know it, one is already 19. When I, and especially he's of the age of going to army very soon. That fear and that that responsibility, it just kind of hit me very hard, because I question myself like, wow, did I do a good job as a mom? Are they okay now? And what is going to happen when they grow up? So, if I say it's mixed, feeling is really excitement, but it's also it's a very real feeling,
Right.
a little fearful. My children are really growing up fast. What do I have looking forward to, ahead of me? Am I doing to my best ability in terms of bringing them up? Things like that. So a little bit scary lah, but that is what I would like to share with everyone. What about Jeanette? Yeah.
If you were to ask me, right, for me, I would think that at this age 51 years old, people will like plan about retirement 10 years later. So for me, to be very frank, I have never, retirement is never in my mind. Because maybe it's because I don't plan. For me, I don't really plan so far. So at this stage, I just feel that my life is quite, so far I'm very contented with what I have. So if you ask me whether I'm afraid not, to be very frank, yes, I do. 10 years later, 9 years later, I'm in 60s. So I can't imagine that what will happen. We fast forward, at the age of 60.
Yes.
So I just think that, I do feel a bit of fear, uncertainty of my future as well. Like what happened if I have no job? And what happened, will I, touch wood, at that moment, at this moment, I'm very healthy. I'm not so sure anything will happen. It's just that, a lot of uncertainties, I would say. Even though I try not to think so much, but yet there might be a lot of uncertainties in front of me. I guess at this moment, I just think that I just have to deal with it, when it comes. I cannot think so much. What happened? This happened. What happened? How do I deal with it? I can't.
Okay, so that's another also, like I say, we don't want to, I think tonight is as real as it can get. We don't want it to be a typical, coming together and say Happy International Women's Day, and then it's like, wow, empowerment and things like that. I think we really want to make it more personal, some of our stories and feelings, and so that I think we are able to also hopefully get some solution and answer from fellow friends who are watching, and also maybe we feel more connected, because you may realize that whatever we are sharing, it sounds quite similar to what you're going through now, and you feel, that, hey, you're not alone, right? Walking this journey. So welcome once again. I'm here really together with Annabelle and Jeanette, and we're here. Thank you so much for Annabelle and Yong Sok for opening up their house and having us very comfortably sitting here and having a chance to celebrate Stella's birthday, although she's asleep right now. Today is her birthday, So thanks again for tuning in, and we really, really would love to have all your comments and stories coming through, in our Facebook comment. Okay, so I think moving on, I would want to also ask, I think, we have come a long way, and, who we are and how we've become, it's often really, molded by maybe someone we have met along the way. So I would like to ask whether, for you two ladies, is there any special woman, or in fact more than one, woman who have actually impacted your life? And anybody who can share this, please, we would love to hear from you as well. Okay, so who wants to start first? 谁要先讲?
I can say first.
Okay, like.
Actually, for me, right, impacted, I wouldn't say impacted, but someone that I really admire. Because I'm born in the 70s. So when I was in secondary school, So in the 80s, right, I like this Japanese actress because the time J-pop is more popular than K-pop.
That's why Jeanette's age very obvious.
So yeah, my age, so
Yeah.
those age group,
Yeah.
you know, I only know her Chinese name. There is a very famous Japanese actress, that is Sanko Bai Hui. Because that time when I watch her movie, right, she act those like, oh, 很可怜啦, 很可怜啦. Either she got cancer or, you know, she break up with a boy, near lead in the drama series. Like she's those like very 很可怜兮兮的那个 lady. So that time, right, I like her because that she and the guy, the male lead actor, they get married during her peak of her career. You know, in Japanese, being a Japanese, right, she quit her show business and then she became a full-time woman. A full-time housewife.
What do you mean she was a part-time woman?
Sorry, she was a full-time housewife.
Jeanette, you haven't drink, you're drunk already.
I think because of the champagne, okay, because of the champagne. Okay, she became a full-time housewife. Because at that age, right, I feel that during my teenage time, I feel that a woman, right, she gets settled down and maybe become a housewife, taking care of the family. And she did exactly the same. So at that time, I really like, wow, I admire her that, you know, she really quit her job. Despite that she was so famous at that time. She can really, you know, give up her show business and then really become a full-time housewife. So at that time, I really 我觉得哇，她真的是了不起。一个女生，一个 Japanese 的一个 actress, right? She can do until, you know, she can do really quit her job, become a full-time. And then even though she give birth already, you know, people invite her out to act in other shows, but she still say no. She like, you know, unlike some people, they still come out, you know,
And
act, and work, right, to become, you know, acting.
Yeah.
But then she say no. Till now, right, you hardly find her in, you know, in any news, any show business.
So
Only
is that what you aspire to be? That was
Yes.
like, 你就是说 when I grow up, I want to be 三口 what
Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
我就是要做 housewife 而已，我就是要
Right,
just
right.
take care of the family. That's my role. That's my thinking. Because that
Wow,
time, I think in
interesting.
my age, during my time, 女人就是要在家，就是照顾好家庭。That's what my thinking.
Right, right.
During that time, during the 80s, that's my thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I cut this time. You
Okay,
want
okay.
to talk about.
Yes. It's getting very messy, as you can see. So, So as you can see, getting a bit messy here, but it's okay. This is as real as it can get. Like we say, later on you may hear Stella crying in the room, and then Annabelle will have to run out of our live streaming to go and attend to her. But this is really, you know, what we want to do today is really about just sitting down and sharing this conversation with everyone. So for myself, right, I think I would want to say it's my mom, definitely. I grew up with really three amazing ladies in my life. My mom and two sisters. So my dad always say that, you know, although there's no son, he feel that he's the luckiest man on earth. Surrounded, really. My dad always say that you are surrounded by, you know, all of us, four ladies in the house. Yes, yeah, very important. Yeah, so for any guys that are listening in, this is for you as well. So, you know, my mom actually, you know, she's a full-time homemaker. You know, interestingly, at that time, you know, I'm in my late 40s already. So at that time, during my mom's generation, they are not, most of them do not have an opportunity to really further their studies, right? And then they end up really the key responsibility is to take care of the family. And after that, if they set up their own family, they take care of their own family. And but the amazing thing that my mom really showed, and she did this very well, is she really, you know, before we have this thing called Skill Future. You're all familiar, right? So what happened is my mom already, she's a firm believer in upgrading herself. She really keep herself busy attending all kind of enrichment classes. You name it, she will attend every single one, just to make sure that, you know, she's like well equipped and really anything from first aid to cooking to hair, hairstyling, hair cutting to making clothes, anything. And then she'll make sure that she bring us along. At that time, we were in their probably kindergarten or younger. And then she'll make sure that while she's attending class, she makes sure that we are also attending some form of enrichment classes. So actually, she really from day one showed me, the importance of like upgrading oneself.
Yeah.
And really, during that time, it's very limited resources. And up till today, my mom is already she just turned 70 last year. And in the last 2 years, especially when we were hit by COVID, I know something that a lot of us talk about is digital transformation, right? And my mom actually, continued to show me that, the importance of lifelong learning. Seriously, she is like, her social media game is stronger than me. She's so active on Facebook, sharing. She'll be forming her own WhatsApp group. Recently with the grandchildren, she'll be, using Zoom to attend classes.
Wow.
So, this is really something that I've learned from my mom. She really, showed me that, we just have to keep upgrade, keep learning. I think keep moving to make sure we stay relevant, never stay stagnant.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you, mom, and also today is really it's for all the mothers out there. Yeah. What about you, Annabelle?
For me, same. I think it's also my mom, but it's also because my mom, like she's the one that I spend the most time with, growing up. And then also, for me, my dad was working overseas. So since I think he started working overseas since I was very, very young. I can't remember that, like him being home except for school holidays, my school holidays. So my mom is like in charge of everything, So she really, like, thinking back on it now, I think she was very strong because it was 20 plus years my dad was they were like apart. So and then she has to make sure she has to really take care of us, and then she has to also juggle the house and everything. Plus she was working. So I was like, wow, my mother was like superwoman. Now that when I think about it, it's like, I think she really was very strong. Is very strong, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
because up to now, so she has she taught me a lot of things.
Right.
Okay. Financial planning.
Yes,
I've
that
spoken
story is
about
amazing.
It. Yeah. So my mom's financial planning is amazing, and I think she really prepared me. Like about what you need to do if you want to have a kid, you want to get married. Okay, before having a kid, you want to have to get married.
Yeah.
How to be financially like independent.
Yeah.
I think that is something she really like inspired me to make sure that I want to do this properly.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was
I think really amazing because having to multitask, especially you said that she was working at the same time as well. Yeah, so it's really, so auntie, yes, happy International Women's Day. Yes. So I mean, for those of you who are, tuning in, once again, happy International Women's Day. Really, this is not a one-way conversation.
Yeah.
We are here, obviously, we want to gather together to exchange stories, but more importantly, we will also want to be hearing your stories as well, so I want to also, right now talk about, there are so many roles that a woman play, and I think first we will want to talk about really the role of a mother, because I think without them we won't be here today, isn't it? So Annabelle, you want to kickstart this conversation with our our friends out there and share. I think we want to share really our journey. How does she feel right now? How is she taking it in? And any little stories that you want to share with us?
I have a
1 year old mommy.
1 year's worth of stories.
Oops.
But so I mean earlier on I was saying how like I was trying to balance being a new mommy and then job and social life and things like that. But I think being a new mommy, right? Now when I think about the initial first few months, I mean it's not very long, only 1 year so far.
Yeah.
But the initial first few months, right, I was like scared. Okay, when I was going to give birth, right, I was actually very scared. I was like,
Mm.
I don't think I'm ready.
Mm.
But then the kid is here already.
Yeah,
Like,
cannot-
how?
cannot keep,
like,
yeah.
like you cannot keep the kid inside already,
Yeah.
you know. So I was like a bit like first child, right? So I was like actually not a bit. I was really like afraid.
Mm.
Then you know, like oh my god, what am I gonna do with like
Mm.
the baby? And but luckily I had enough help also lah. First grandchild, so you
Yeah.
know, parents, my parents are not working, so they have a lot of time to spend the baby.
Yep.
Then Opa also was very helpful.
Mm.
Good job, Opa.
Yeah.
So it helped, but it was very I did feel good after giving birth.
Mm.
Like,
How you want to elaborate a little bit?
Yeah,
what
like,
is it? Yeah.
I think maybe you might have had the same experience as
Yes.
also, but like
Yeah.
I felt really fat, and then like
Okay.
hair started dropping. We
Yeah.
were talking about
Yeah.
this earlier,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Hair loss, like,
Yes.
and then like you know, then of course for Chinese being Chinese, then there's 1 month confinement.
Yes.
Then you know we follow certain things also, but I still showered lah. That one I couldn't not do.
Yes.
But you just feel so like I didn't I feel like stuck, you know, at home for that 1 month,
Mm.
and then with the crying baby all the time, and then it was and then I was in a bit of pain,
Yup.
and then the stomach still so fat.
Oops. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the initial part. Then after that it got better.
Mm.
You know, then I felt like, and then of course then Stella also got cuter. I don't
Mm.
know, newborn babies to me, okay lah, but I thought Stella look a bit like monkey.
Yeah.
Very red.
Yeah.
Very red. Then I'm like, oh,
Oops.
okay lah, not like monkey lah, but very red lah. Then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what happened to like people say baby cute, but so okay, cute or not? Like you think of what a bit also. So but after that, you know, she can interact more. Then you find it a bit more fun, but then of
Mhm.
course a bit more tiring
Mm.
because then she starts doing all her nonsense.
Yes.
Now she can walk already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and then she's falling everywhere. So
Mm.
a new worry
Mhm.
altogether. Is like so afraid they will hurt themselves.
Right.
Yeah. So
what do you think in those so-called, you know, like a little bit of a trying time, and or what was it that go through your mind to kind of like encourage yourself? How did you tell yourself that, okay, you know, yeah, sometimes it can be really trying, because I also been through that stage. But what get you going, or is it like because simply you just have to do it, or yeah, is that what you were telling yourself? Yeah.
For me, it was like, for me, I just kind of kept telling myself, well, this will eventually like pass.
Mm.
Like it will eventually get better.
Mm.
So when I didn't feel good like about my own body image, you know, then like, I mean, it was a few factors lah. So, but some of the factors are things that like is in my control.
Mm.
So that's how I tell myself that I can control it. So eventually, like I can make it change for the better.
Right.
So like I was talking about like the body, you
Yeah.
know, that one like really so feel very gross about myself.
Yes.
But I know that I can control it, you know, like whether it's through exercise, through diet, proper diet and things like that.
Mm.
So then it will get better.
Mm.
You know, and then to make myself look better and all these
Yes.
things, I also can control.
Yeah.
I can't control Stella lah. You know,
Yeah.
that one is that one, so that one, if I get very frustrated, then I will look at Oppa.
Come and
I
do
think
your
it's your turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so knowing who can help me.
Yes, yeah,
And
very
when-
important.
When I get like limit, when I'm at my limit already, then I was
Yes.
like, okay, I think I better ask people to take over.
Yes,
Then
yeah.
that's what kind of got me through
Yeah.
through this year lah. Yeah.
I think you said something which really kind of like I can kind of feel what you were talking about when you say that you were trying to juggle so many things, especially the first year. So right now, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are obviously we're celebrating the woman in our life, and I think the very first one that we want to pay tribute to is definitely all the mummies out there. Okay, it's really, I guess, one of the toughest job on earth.
Yeah.
We want to also share our experience, because I think more importantly, we want to be able to connect with all of you and share with you, and maybe while listening in, you feel that hey, you actually it sounds familiar. This is not unique to me. We want to have that kind of conversation, and I think if you have a better solution in managing whatever pain points that we are sharing, we would love to have you share with us as well. So just now Annabelle shared about asking for help. I think it's really important. We always, I don't know why they always naturally, when we talk about International Women's Day, they always want to very naturally say that women are superwoman. I don't think we are super. We don't need to be super. We're just doing our job. So it doesn't have to. We don't have to be labeled as a superwoman. And so we don't have to feel guilty when we are not doing certain things right or according to the way, because I think we have to tell ourselves that we're trying our best. It can be really overwhelming, and we must know how to ask for help. So I'm also very blessed, like what Annabelle shared. I have a very good support system. I know some of my friends really was very tough because they have maybe I was blessed because I have my mother-in-law, I have my mom herself helping me, but I know friends who don't have that kind of support system. But I think it doesn't stop you from really being able to ask for help from maybe a friend or colleague or something like that when you really need to. And I clearly remember, because as much as I love my child, motherhood can be really overwhelming. I remember, when I have my first child, because it's a brand new experience, right? So, I wasn't feeling scared before it arrived. Feeling excited actually. But after
totally opposite.
But after it happened, I must say that the first 3 to 6 months is really the most trying time for a mommy. So, there were times, as much as I can, I think I'm quite efficient in doing my job but as much as being efficient, the reality is it can be like I say, very overwhelming. So there are times where, as much as you have the support system, you will find yourself because you have all this hormonal change, isn't it? That was going through. I remember there were times where I would just for no reason the tears will just flow. Not that my husband didn't bully me. I just want to, if not later I go back and then, but the thing is that I think it's a lot of feeling, because it's like, as much as the husband is there to help and all, certain things we kind of need to go through it ourselves, because we're still recovering. And then after that, if you're breastfeeding, obviously the husband cannot breastfeed for you. I mean, unless you pump, of course, and things like that. But she's going to share the story. I don't have much to share on this. But you see, a lot of things, you are going through, and then you. For me, the breaking point was like, how come it's never ending? I remember the first 3 months. It feels as if like my day and night is so mixed up, right? I feel as if like I thought I just feed my baby, and then immediately I have to change diaper. And then immediately after I finish changing diaper, somehow it feels as if I need to feed him again. And it's like non-stop. I'm like, when is this going to end? It was really very overwhelming. So, I don't think, I didn't go into a depression, but what I want to share is, it's a very natural feeling, because you're very tired. Emotionally, it is a lot going through, and you're managing your body, and then you have this body that is like all wrinkled here on the tummy. It's like, oh dear, like people can wear this crop top, and then now I'm all wrinkled on this area. How do I get back in shape? So a lot of things happening. So it's natural. It's okay, to shed some tears. But more importantly, I think we want to share, Annabelle, of course, she is still fresh from her memory. For myself, my kids are already grown up, but I want to share is like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Really, it's so important. Don't think that we are really superwoman to take on every role, and tell yourself that if you feel you have done your part, if you try your best, yes, you have tried your best. Don't stress out. For example, she talked about breastfeeding. I couldn't do it beyond 1 month, and I tell myself, it's okay. I don't want to have this peer pressure of people, sharing that breastfeeding is the best. Why are you not breastfeeding? For me, I just couldn't do it beyond 1 month. So there are other solutions, like giving formula as well. Okay, so it's okay to be not okay, and remember to ask for help. I think this is what I want to share, about the role of mom. Yeah.
When you mentioned about breastfeeding, then it brought back like all these memories started screaming back to me. Like wow, breastfeed. I mean, it's 1 year in, right? Actually, I am still breastfeeding.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, but it's so
Amazing.
hard.
Yes.
You know how many times I asked Opa? I think he lost count already. How many times I told him, can I give up already? Can I stop? I don't want anymore already. And you know, but because he really helped me in other ways so that's why I could probably tahan breastfeeding for so long also. If not, wow. Okay, but 1 year is really the limit already. I'm going to stop.
Almost. Well done. I think you deserve really a round of applause. I think it's amazing. Yeah.
But like you said initially, right? I thought, if I don't breastfeed, then like I'm not doing my job as a mother, Then like feel very very pressured. And then actually at one point I had no milk, and until maybe she was almost a month.
Right.
Then I started having a bit of milk for her lah.
Right.
But wow, before that I was like, if it's any longer, I think I would have been depressed, oh my god,
it can be very trying.
Yeah, so I just really want to let all the new mummies like out there, like, don't be so stressed about this. In the end, actually, formula also works for the baby also. It doesn't. There's really no. I mean, there are research out there what breastfeeding was better, blah blah blah. But don't
you
do
try your
it.
best,
Yeah, don't do it at the expense of your own mental health.
It's
like,
true.
It's not worth it, I think. Yeah.
So, Jeanette, you are hearing our stories, and I hope we didn't scare you. You want to maybe chip in when you are hearing us talking about all this, right? You want to share, how are you feeling actually?
Did we freak you
Yeah.
out?
I think at this point of time, maybe we just say hello again to all our friends out there. Thank you for joining myself, Stephanie, Annabelle, and Jeanette. We are gathered here today at Annabelle's house. Firstly, we were actually here wanting to celebrate Stella, because Stella also, who is our 1-year-old Stella, Annabelle's daughter. She turned 1 year old today on the 8th of March, and we are here actually to celebrate her birthday as well. And also, very importantly, we are here celebrating International Women's Day with all of you. And really, we want to really, share our stories, our journey, and our aspirations. And more importantly, we want to hear from you. I think it's very important. Women supporting women. We want to hear, your stories, so we know that we are not alone. We are here, for one another, right? So, Jeanette, I hope we didn't freak you out. All the mommy stories, and maybe we would love to hear also any mummies out there. Do you, I think Mama 真的很伟大, really. So I think we should give a pat on our own shoulder first. So let's do that, and then a pat on all the mummy's shoulder. Well done. And if you have any experience, you want to share with us any solution, please drop your comment in the Facebook. Okay, so sorry, Jeanette, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's okay. While I was listening to both your stories about breastfeeding, about pregnancy, right? I was thinking, I don't have the chance to experience all this, but I just feel that being a woman is really such a, how should I say, 很伟大. It's a very 伟大. It's like you go through, pregnancy, and then after that, giving birth, the changes, the physical changes, and then the taking care of the baby. I heard stories about the breastfeeding. My friends also had that experience. It can really be very tough. So I was thinking that, well, to be very frank, at the age at 51 years old this year, I don't have the experience of this pregnancy.
Yes.
I can share that. Well, if you don't ask me how do I feel, I can feel that this is a small part of my life that at this moment I have not experienced. Do you call it a minus, or what do you call it? It's like not 没有完美嘛? Because my just now I did mention that when I was teenage, during my teenage, my thinking is being a woman is like to have a complete family. Something like that, go through the marriage, to have kids, the whole, to have a family. But if you ask me at this age now, because I don't have this experience, it's okay. Maybe, to some people, they don't have to go through this stage, maybe. It's because maybe they have another life, another kind of lifestyle.
Yes.
What I'm having now, being a single, being independent, I envy people like that. Maybe they envy like people like me. You get what I mean?
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
it's always like that. I see you good, you see me good.
Mm.
So if you ask me, how is my life now? At the age of 51, I
Mm.
would say that if I look back what my journey is during the teenage time, well, I don't have any hardship.
Mm.
Yeah, I had some down, but I feel that this down are not really cause
Like
a
major,
lot.
major.
Not major.
Mm.
Yeah.
During teenage, I feel my O level.
Mhm,
In my
mhm.
20s, I broke off my first love.
Mm.
Then at the age of 30s, 40s, I concentrate on my career.
Yeah.
Okay, then now I'm in 51. If you ask me what I want now,
Yes.
I just want, last year I hit 50.
Yeah.
I tell myself I want to be happy.
Mm.
I tell myself that to be grateful of what I'm having now. Because last time I used to compare with people that is do much better than me. Really, they earn more money, they stay in condo, they have a car, they have luxury bags, which till now I have not owned any.
No, it's just because you don't want to
It's just
spend.
because you don't want
have
to
the
spend.
capability.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
difference, right? That's the
Yeah.
difference that you don't want to spend
Yeah.
or you cannot
Yeah.
afford. You see, so that's the life. So and also stay healthy. So these three criteria is very important to me right now. Happy, be grateful with what I have, and then to stay healthy.
Mm.
So I'm grateful with what and I'm very contented with what I have now.
Wow.
Although I must say that I did not have the experience that what they have experienced just now.
Right.
The pregnancy, they have kids. Yeah, this is something that I feel a bit lost. Not say lost, sad or what. That
Like you lose out a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
something that I must admit I don't have that part, which I wanted to, but at this moment, I don't have this. Now it's okay. It's okay because for me, I'm really contented with what I am now. Because if I would compare people at my age, maybe it's another different story also.
Mm.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never ending when you compare with others. Just be contented with what you really want also.
Mhm.
What I want is what I have at the moment right now.
Yeah, so I want to also ask our friends who are online now, actually,
Yeah.
are you, actually single and happy? Just like Jeanette, we would love to hear your story because I'm just curious, Jeanette, do you actually feel lonely? If let's say there is someone, that come along right now, because I know you're approaching 51 this year, so do you welcome this person? Are you looking forward, and how do you cope if you were feeling lonely, so how do you cope with your loneliness? And I mean, you want to share a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Steph, to answer your question, do I feel lonely? Of course, I do feel lonely.
Okay,
at
later I'll
times.
move into your house.
or you can come.
Anybody?
You can move in
Jeanette,
I always think that, Valentine's Day, my birthday, Christmas, New Year, all sorts of days, right? I wish there's someone to be with me as well. To go for dinner, to go for movie, and then at times when I need someone to talk to, I really have someone to talk to. But I guess that also the thing is I'm very 主动 also, okay?
Okay.
And also try all those dating apps.
All right.
I tried.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
unfortunately, it doesn't work out for me. I don't know why.
I think your 要求 too high. Okay, maybe so now advertisement time. Jeanette, some way we can privately PM you.
So okay, after trying all this, it does not work. So I just to answer Steph's question is that do I feel lonely? Okay, at times yes, I do feel lonely. There's no no doubt about it.
Sure,
but
sure.
one thing I'm glad that I know a group of people that we actually meet each other and then do the same thing that we want to do. Like we sometimes we do exercise together.
Right.
Yeah, we attend some courses and all these things. These things help to keep me busy.
Right.
If not, if I were to stay at home and then go to work, or now we work from home,
Yeah.
there's no one to communicate, and then it's really very scary when you are alone and then you don't communicate with people. You just typing, you just meet people over the Zoom and all these things. It's really, to be very frank, it might lead to some depression.
Yes.
So I'm glad that I have a group of friends. Sometimes my friends were quite amazed at how active I am. I also tell them, if not then I stay at home and do what?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I also I can feel what you're talking about in terms of like the importance of having a community around you and having that social aspect is so important because I think you want to feel like energized, and I think you want to continue to lead a purposeful life, a
Yes.
colorful life. It doesn't mean that you can't do that when you are single, isn't it? Actually, I'm also it's interesting that my batch of friends, right? There are many of them who are of my age. They are still single but very happy, and I can see that they are really living such a colorful life. I think very importantly is really having to occupy themselves, not just bogged down by work. Really, there must be something more than just work.
Right.
Yeah, their personal interests, their hobbies, and then having maybe setting a goal for themselves. I see they are leading such a colorful life. Sometimes, like Annabelle say, wow, we are okay. I passed that stage because my kids are already big now. But during the earlier stage, it's like, can I exchange my life with you just for maybe like 1 week, But yeah, it's like I think I can feel, Jeanette. I mean, if someone comes along, I think that would be the most beautiful thing. But I think that doesn't stop us from being single and happy and independent, isn't it? And I think the support system again is also a very important thing, isn't it? Yeah. So就是你看我好，我看你好。Yeah, basically, I mean, if we have friends out there, you are sharing the same experience as Jeanette, or any interested party, drop your comment here, private message us, Jeanette. Okay, 开玩笑, but I mean, you never know, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think it's really nice because, like we say, there are so many different roles that we are really taking on. We talk about motherhood as much as it is very nice, very exciting. It can be really it's also very raw, very real lah. But there are ways that we were able to manage so that we don't really get trapped, so-called, in the whole thing. And then Jeanette sharing her perspective, from a very happy, single, independent, lady. And actually, you touched on something about because you're single. You mentioned something about retirement, which sounds like, wow. Some years back, it seemed so out of reach, but before you know it, it's now getting nearer. And what do you think? What are you doing anything really to kind of like prepare yourself, especially if you tell yourself that, hey, maybe, because everything there must be also contingency plan. I'm not too sure. If you end up like single and happy all the way, how have your planning been in terms of like financial, or I mean, in terms of security? You want to share a little bit? I mean, if there's any friends out there who are like 有没有东西好怕的，还是
or maybe like how you will occupy your time also, because when you retire, you're not working already.
Yeah, things like that. Maybe.
Actually, to be very frank, I never really think about it.
Yeah. So yes. So
because
it's
my friend at 30s, right, at Annabelle's age, right, I have an ex-colleague. She asked me, actually, have I started to think about retirement? I said no. She told me that she has planned already.
Yes.
Because she has a son, so she has already started her retirement.
Yeah.
I told her that sometimes you don't have to think so far, right? Sometimes you don't know which one happened first.
Right.
But of course, if you ask me financially, well, I have some money.
Yeah.
Aside,
You have been like kind of like you have been consistently trying to you look into that portion.
Correct. But I'm not saying that I'm very rich until that I can quit the job. I mean that I can like every time like high tea or every week go spa, that kind, not that kind lah. At least there's some money that's set aside just in case that if let's say I fall for you or whatever, because I'm single, so I have to take care of that.
Right.
Because nobody will look after me.
Yes.
And plus, even though I stay single, I mean, because now I stay alone, but not to say that I've been staying alone for the past 51 years. It's because of that. I only stay alone like just only like 4 years out of my 51 years.
Right.
Because all I've been staying with my parents.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So and I have a house of my own. Of course, not fully paid, but then there's some financial commitment there as well.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not really fully prepared until I can do anything.
Yeah.
So that's why at the moment I'm still looking. But of course, my job is trap exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that these are sometimes the reality is these are some conversation or topics that people also may tend to avoid
Yes.
because sometimes the reality is you think that hey it's still very far, it's like very out of reach.
Oh.
Or if you are talking about health, you may think that we are like, oh, I'm still young and jumping around.
Yes.
I may not have to plan that long.
Mm.
So something that but it's interesting when I feel in terms of like when Jeanette was talking about retirement and all, it's really about being, I guess, to be able to still stay active and doing things that we like and having a group of social circle that we are able to kind of meet up and help each other to kind of like lead a very purposeful life. This is something that if let's say for whatever reason you choose to be still single all the way, I think this would be things that we can kind of like consider. I think that would be the way, right? Yeah.
So actually, maybe may I share something because my friend has saw my Facebook recently. Actually, she texted me that, wow, I saw you on Facebook last Sunday. Was doing exercise. She said I look so
energetic.
wow. Then I said, yeah, you want to join me? I think this is something I think I feel proud about it.
Yeah.
That at this age, I think
Taking good care of your health. Most
that's
important.
Yeah.
So actually, suddenly it's just become very serious. Not that we intend to, but I think these are also some very real questions because I know, in fact, it's very easy to try to kind of avoid talking about retirement or things like that because a lot of times we feel that it's still very
a bit is far away.
But hearing from I mean because for us being a mom and all, we may be also too occupied with our children, we may not kind of think about it, but it's also interesting to hear Jeanette's story. I mean how she's actually kind of like leading her life as a single and happy and independent woman. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is Annabelle can consider sending Stella to her house for 1 week. And
She
then
will
have
keep
that.
you very busy.
Yes.
Because I also need a break.
So actually we have something. Hi, Sok Mui. Yes, Sok Mui has been a very great supporter of our Artsphere online program. Thank you so much, Sok Mui, and happy International Day. Happy International Women's Day to you and everyone who is watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Really, we are really here, chatting and celebrating and appreciating the woman in our life, okay? And hoping that as we drink more wine, we're able to pour our hearts more. The alcohol obviously is not strong enough. It still hasn't kicked in. I was hoping to get some tears besides the laughter, but I'm not getting the tears out yet. I don't know what else I need to do. Maybe I need to start pinching the lady. I was hoping for this show to really have that kind of effect, like wow, but the tear hasn't come out. So no, just kidding, okay? But I really hope that we just really want to share our stories. And I hope that our audience are actually pretty quiet today. I hope our conversation is not boring you, but we would love to have that kind of exchange because we're here to celebrate you and us. Actually very interesting because I also realized we were talking about Annabelle. Annabelle, you're an educator. You're talking about as a female educator, you want to talk a little bit, you want to touch on this a little bit or not? I mean, it's very interesting. Do you think we try not to make it sound too serious, but it's interesting. Maybe from that, any interesting stories that you can share, because I know
there's always interesting stories. I mean my job is dealing with students, right? And kids will do the weirdest or funniest things sometimes. So it can be really really interesting. Some will have I think I can write a whole book on all these things. But I can't share too much about what happens in school. Okay. But I would say because being a special needs teacher also, it's quite rewarding. Whether it's helping the parent or the child, and then there was an instance the child said to me, because I said, I just praised the child once. He said, you're reading so well now.
Yeah.
Then the child said to me, because you've been teaching me. Then I was like, so sweet, right? Yeah. So I have good experiences teaching.
Yep.
Of course, there are very stressful. All work comes with
Yeah,
stressful
definitely. Yeah.
moments too. So sometimes for kids, you also want to just scream and then like, what's wrong with you? Why must you do it this way? So I mean, but of course I can't do that. I have to calmly and rationally go through what they did wrong and what they can do better. But and then of course that there are like difficult parties to deal with also. So that is part and parcel, I think, of a job for me, and it's the administrative work. I'm not a very administrative person. That's why I chose to be a teacher. It's our special needs teacher also. I get to move quite a bit in my job. And I get to interact with many people and kids. And then my strong suit is not like administrative work lah. Okay. I don't like doing it. I can do it, but I don't like doing it. So and then it can be quite a lot. I mean, nowadays, last time no such thing as computer, and so now email is like so WhatsApp. And it's like, oh wow, a lot of instant. Your reply has to be very instant now. I think it's not only my job lah. Every single job is like that now. So those are the challenges. A little bit of there's quite a bit of challenges.
But I think educators, I kind of like, why I want to talk about this is because especially women, I have this experience. Now I remember why I want to highlight this portion because I think especially the female role in an educator, it does have a great impact on our children's life. I'm not trying to play down the male teachers. I'm just wanting to really celebrate all the female teachers, because as educators, I think it has definitely left many interesting stories and impact on be it ourselves or our children's life. I mean, I come to think of it really, when Ethan, my eldest son, when he was facing challenges during the primary school years, I have met actually a few really, really, female teachers who has gone, really more than out of their,
like above
and beyond what they need to do to make sure that my son was able to cope well, and I think more importantly, they kind of give me that strength, and they keep assuring me and showing me that they believe that my son can make it. So I think I also want to take a moment that actually to really salute all female educators, because our children really spend a bulk of our time in school, really.
I mean,
obviously,
on that point, if you really think about it, right? Like, I mean, kids go to school, starts at 7:30 for primary school, and then it ends at 1:30, and then I mean that's excluding all the after school activities. So from 7:30 to 1:30 is how many hours? 6 hours. Yeah. So they actually, for a good part of the day, they are in school. And then who is looking at them in school? The teachers are the one that is with them. So outside of home, right, kids spend the most time Monday to Friday. They spend the most time in school. So yeah, it's like home away from home kind of. Of course, it's not their home, but then it's kind of like the second place that they spend the most time, the most of their time growing up.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I'm quite lucky, because I get to see my students from P1 all the way to P6.
Right.
What I do is a bit special, because I'm a special needs teacher in the primary school. So I not many of us in the whole school. I think my school is 2.
Right.
So I handle all the students with special needs between the 2 of us. And then I will follow them through from P1 to P6. So I see them all 6 years. I can see the child grow, which is quite it's also quite unusual. Not many people can say that I see.
It's like you grow up with the yeah.
It's not your own kid, you see, like if you actually grow up with like all these other children. So it's quite an unusual thing. I think outside of the educators, when I speak about this, I don't think people can really understand it, or to get what we are. Sometimes it's easier between educators when we speak about certain things. So I think this part was like unusual for me. Like, oh wow, my job actually, I get to see them for so many years.
I find it's really quite I must say it's a very 伟大的职业. That's why I want to especially bring this up because really our children spend quite a lot of time in school, but also we also want to remind ourselves that hey, we don't push all the responsibilities obviously to the teacher, because I think at the core of it is really everything starts from the from home, from our family, the support and love from our parents and siblings and things like that, right? So okay, once again, welcome. Suddenly I don't know whether it's the effect of the wine and everything. I'm supposed to get a bit more lighthearted, but why is it? It's getting so serious. Oh my god. But okay, I'm just really thankful for everyone who is staying tuned. Really tonight we want to celebrate all the women. But I think at this point of time, I also want to really dedicate this slot to all the, I think, amazing men out there. Let's take a moment to also say thank you to I think International Women's Day. I know a lot of times.
International Men's Day.
Yes, there is apparently.
Apparently, but we don't know the day.
So sorry, because it's not my day, so I only care I kind of read briefly. Then I'm like, okay, forget about the day. Oops, but there is like some International Men's Day. There is
not as important as the International.
Today is let's don't lose focus. It's on us, okay, today. But I think we want to really I know a lot of times when people get very excited and they talk about, hey, International Women's Day, we need to fight for equality of our rights and all. I'm so sorry, but I think this is really debatable. I think I think we all have our parts to play, and I think I just want to say also that I think it's important. I just want to share personally. I feel I wouldn't have come so far and wouldn't be who I am today, without my husband's support. I think he really is someone who has, in fact, played a very important role to kind of like mold me into who I am today. So I know everybody has different stories, but I also want to, on this International Women's Day, really say thank you to all our important men, obviously Oppa here and my son. I think okay, very hard. My son somehow is falling asleep. Oh no, I think our conversation is very boring. He said that I see him nodding or something like that. Oh dear. But really, isn't it? I feel it's so important. Everybody is equally we play an important role. I think it's all about respect and really the trust and everything. So a big thank you to all the men out there, for the love and support. Okay, this is not this is not the time to want to ask for another branded bag or whatever. It's very genuinely from our heart, right? Do you all feel our sincerity? So all the men out there, yes, thank you.
Yes.
Actually, this is one question. I think we are going to end our conversation very soon. This is something that we were talking about it ourselves, and then we were like, should we talk about it? And then we're not very prepared, but let's try to do it. Okay? They are guessing, right? I don't know whether you all know what I'm talking about, but really, okay. Just now we have this question for one another. That is like, okay, because we keep saying that as a woman, we play so many roles. Okay, we are talking about I'm a mom. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, obviously a colleague, co-worker, and things like that. So if we are to just put aside all this role, okay, what am I, okay, or what do I want to be? Who is Stephanie? Okay, if I can just kind of put aside everything, okay. So maybe I'll try lah. Okay. Sometimes it's
Okay.
really. I think really. If I'm talking about at the core of it, I really want to be someone whom I feel lah. Okay. I know that friends would just come to me. If they have any problem. Someone that is always they remember me as someone who always provide a listening ear, someone who is very gung ho, someone who is very adventurous. If we put aside all the commitment and everything, actually, I always imagine myself going on solo trips. Actually, I never share this with my husband, but I really,
Right.
I kind of look forward to things like that, like adventures on my
Is
own.
there a hint to him now?
Yeah, I don't know whether he's hearing. Because he will say that,
Hint
are you
to
trying
him
to,
now.
yeah, what are you trying to do now? Are you trying to, what is this? Yeah, so, but, be adventurous, really, yeah, just try new things, something along that line. Yeah.
Mm.
So this is just, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you are to put aside everything else, who is Stephanie or what do I want to do? And I think I really want to be able to, through this journey, be able to really have a very vibrant, colorful, very vibrant social circle. I want to be able to really, as I grow older, have this group of friends supporting one another. I remember talking to my girlfriends. How they mentioned that there's this guys, they will have their what they call that, um, they call it what, the cave, or like guys they will
Man
have
cave,
man
is
cave, is it?
Yes,
And then
yes.
after that they will some
Like
ladies,
hang out there.
yeah, and
things
then
like
they
that.
have this version of the, what do they call the female version?
There's a female.
Yeah,
version.
like a she.
Wow.
Is it? I don't know the name. She cave, or I can't remember. But
Okay.
we were talking about, hey, we want to create something like that. So
Right.
something along that line, really leading a very colorful life, very vibrant social circle. That doesn't mean that I don't love my husband, but really adventurous, looking forward to solo trips, and always there, for my friends who are in need, lah. So what
Right.
about you? Yeah.
For me, if I were to put everything
I know just
aside-
now you say something.
What did I say every time?
I just want to.
Do
Maybe you should say that first, yeah.
So right, I just thought earlier I was telling them that there was one day, I was sick, I was unwell lah. So I took MC from work, and then my husband had to go to office. Happened on that day. Usually he works from home, but on that day he has to go to the office. And then of course my daughter, I let my parents take care because I'm not well. So on that day, even though I was not well, I was very happy because I sleep when I want to sleep. Like
Right.
whenever I want to sleep, I sleep. I eat when I want to eat. I do what I wanted to do. So even if it's just like playing with my handphone or like watching TV or something, it's like my own time. I do what I want.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. That was. Yeah, it sounds sad, right? Even though I'm sick, it has to wait until I'm sick for a day like that to happen. But I mean, like that aside, okay, if I were to put away everything, like I'm the kind of person, like I remember saying for quite a while already, I want to be able to make a difference. It can be in anything. It doesn't have to be like change the world kind of difference.
Yeah.
But it's like just to make a difference in somebody's life.
Yep.
So and I think that's probably why I chose teaching as well. The career I chose is probably why. But I want to be that kind of person. I also love traveling. I remember, okay, when before I got married to Oppa, then I told Oppa, you must promise me at least once a year I'm going to go overseas and travel with my friend.
Yeah.
So you will take care of the baby
Yeah.
and the kid is all yours during that trip. I requested, I think maybe 1 or 2 weeks maximum out of the home, for a year. And then of course COVID, then I was like,
Right.
oh man, all this traveling is not going to happen for a while. but I'm the kind that I do like to hang out with friends.
Yep.
You know, I don't really want like my like social life like to be bogged down by other things. So that's what I fun loving. I think that's what I would
Nice,
like
nice.
to do. Yeah.
How about you, Jeanette? I just realized that we've been speaking over hour. Oh my God!
Long time. I look at the clock. It's 9:30.
I think we better round up because, but I think because I think I really enjoyed this conversation. But let's hear it from Jeanette. How about you?
I'll make it short. I feel that at times I'm quite a decisive person. Once I make up my mind, I'll just chong and go and do it. Then, of course, at times, but then I have to break a bit. Then, not really right? But it's okay. That's the part of the experience or the journey that I go through.
Yes.
So another thing, if I want to improve on, then I hope that I be more daring. Last year I went to Universal Studio. So I two of my friends plus one of the friend's daughter, one of us. So end up, towards the end of the day, almost the evening time, then the girl wanted to try the ride is what roller coaster, something like roller coaster. There's a blue one and a red one. So we tried the not dangerous one, is the blue one, right?
I think so.
Right,
Yeah. Too long never go.
the blue one is not the dangerous one. So we tried the blue one. Then after that, she said she want to try the red one. Then I said, I'm scared that I will, like always imagine that you have a heart attack and then something happens. The mom is the one that keep thinking that, and then the mom is not joyous. It's the two of our friends plus the teenage daughter.
Yeah.
The other auntie also cannot make it already. So I said, okay lah, die lah. Okay lah, I auntie company you lah. So we go and finally try the dangerous one. Then after I try, before that it's like so scared. What happened? When just go when the staff said go, then we just have to go. Then after a few seconds, we are back safely. So I tell myself, nothing is impossible. So my mindset is nothing is possible now. After I tried the 2 rides in the Universal Studios,
right.
it's impossible now. That's my one thing.
I thought, we asked this question because I think we know sometimes we keep thinking that women, we are bogged down by the fact that we keep telling ourselves we have so many roles to play. But truly, what do we want to do if we are just us? I'm not saying that we are trying to take away all the responsibilities, but sometimes it's really about thinking hard about what do we really want to do or aspire to do, putting aside all the different roles. So it's really nice. I'm not too sure, all you ladies out there, if you have given this a little bit of given some thoughts to this, but I hope our little sharing here help to kind of like I hope be it you call it solution or just sharing or stories that or any pain points that you feel connected because you were hearing some similar stories. I think that is what we really want to achieve tonight, but more importantly we just want to enjoy this conversation amongst us. So really happy International Women's Day. Just to end off, just one quick, we were talking about self-care. I think to round up the whole session, if anything is very important, I want to give a shout out to all the mummies out there. As part of a self-care tip from me, it's very important that you're able to really find some time for yourself, create me time. Don't feel guilty about stepping away from your children. Don't feel guilty stepping away from your husband. I'm not saying that you abandon them, but it's so important that you give yourself some personal time, because it's very important for us to recharge. Only we are able to recharge, take care of ourselves better, love ourselves better, then we have the energy to come back and do all the necessary things again. And or live life better. So really, me time, very important. And don't feel guilty about that at all. What about you, Annabelle? Let's round up this session.
For me, self-care, wow. I remember after I got married, somebody said, how come after you get married you look so auntie? Then I was like,
Anyone feel the same?
So I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Where did it go wrong? But I think for me, it takes a bit of effort, to I mean, I was pregnant last year, right? Then
did you get it correct last year?
No, I gave birth last year.
Again.
I gave birth last year. I was pregnant last year and I gave birth. But I like earlier on, I said I didn't feel good. Really didn't feel good about myself. So I did put in a bit of effort to make myself look better, and then I felt better after that. So
Very
I mean,
important.
yeah, that for me is important. Sometimes looking good also makes you
Feel
makes yourself feel better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
So like you said, me time. For me, it's more like working on my outer appearance
Yep.
so that I feel good on the inside also. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So I mean people can debate about that lah, but
Yeah.
but for me that was that taking
Yeah,
the
I
time
think it's really
to-
important.
yeah,
Yeah.
taking the time, feeling healthier,
Mm.
feeling better, looking. When I look in the mirror, it's like, okay, I
You
like what I'm
you're
seeing in the
Yes,
mirror.
yes,
I can wear back the dress that before I gave birth. Okay,
Oh,
can.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Nice one.
Those those are the things. Yeah.
Mm.
Jeanette?
For
Okay.
myself, being healthy, because I think recently I've been trying to give myself some goal because we are taking out some challenge.
Yeah.
And then because me, Stephanie, and Opa is in the team.
Yes.
So the thing that is I want out of these challenges this time around, I really want to really how to say build some muscle. That's why I've been doing some core.
So
Of course,
this is a
also
health goal. A
yeah,
health
that's
goal.
that's to me is a health goal. So ultimately, I hope that I can wear those crop top that
All
will show
right.
I'm trying to work.
I'm looking forward to
I'm
that.
also looking forward. Okay, give me a bit of time to train this part. Okay, I'll definitely do it. Yeah, this time around.
Yeah.
Give me
So,
a bit of time. Yes.
Jeanette's tip is really, in the 50s, but still very important
Yes.
to really take care of the health.
Yeah.
Even more important, actually, to
Very
very, very
true.
important. Okay, so yeah, thanks for really, staying with us and tuning in.
Yeah.
And thank you again, Opa and Annabelle, for being so generous, letting us come into their beautiful house, celebrating Stella's birthday.
I'm more than
when
happy
the-
to have you all
yeah,
over. So it's
when
very
the-
happy for
yeah,
me.
so really, really, I think we enjoyed the conversation, but more importantly, we are really here to celebrate us and you, ladies. So I think we should bring our glasses up and let's toast and cheers and happy International Women's Day. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Stay healthy,
Yes.
everyone. Stay beautiful inside out.